Get up a little closer.
Mike, how do you spell your last name?
Last name's W-E-I-S-S.
Okay, and is it officer, sergeant, lieutenant?
Officer.
Officer.
Yes.
Okay. So you've been out with the cops before?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
What do you think what they do? You know, do you think it's a good thing for police departments, first of all, to have them along with you?
Well, I was a little skeptical at first. I thought that it probably wasn't wise for departments to divulge their various tactics and whatnot. But after having watched a lot of them and critiquing them myself, and then having the show right along with us, it's kind of changed my mind. I think it's a real good idea that the public gets a chance to step into our lives. You know, we step into theirs enough, and I think it's a good idea. It's a different perspective. Lets them see where we're coming from, and lets them see maybe a little bit of why our adrenaline might be pumping through certain stages. You know, depending on what we're doing, and a little bit of the drama and emotional stuff that we go through. So I think it's a good idea in general.
Is it easy to work with these guys out on the streets too?
Yeah, it takes about a couple hours, a couple calls to get used to having them there, and then you just go on and you don't let that interfere with the way you do things. The main thing, of course, is tactics and safety, and try to be professional, whether or not a camera's with you or not. So.
Great, thank you.
You got it.
That's all I need.
Yeah. I think it's a good training tool for us too, because I watch it and
Well,
it's really
no question about it.
You guys are welcome to ride with us anytime.
We learned something from you guys, and film people are not so bad, are they?
No, not at all. I do notice they have a negative attitude, and that's probably why things are always developing. Oh. I've been waiting 10 years to use that.
I've been waiting 10 years to use
that. Yeah. I think the secret is that we knew nothing about police work when we started the thing. I never had seen anybody handcuffed in my presence.
Really?
I mean, I was sheltered. I was in show business all my life, so I never seen any of that stuff until I did this. And maybe that worked in his favor.
Well, and you look at the times right now,
the political turmoil that we've been in, as you know, specifically our department, and I think it's really good. I enjoy seeing the citizens see what we do.
because a lot of times,
you know, people are infatuated with police work. You can't deny that. I mean, the public has always been infatuated with law enforcement, and they don't normally get a chance to come out. That's why even before the show, I've always invited people to come out on the ride along, see what we're out.
Yeah, right.
Experience the adrenaline rush, experience the sadness, you know, and the happiness of being able to step into somebody's life. And it's like one of the rarest, I think one of the most prestigious jobs available today. I really do. And I know it's at the risk of sounding corny, but I really mean it, because what other job do you get a chance to just jump into somebody's life? And you know, when somebody calls us, we're all they have. If we don't solve their problem or direct them to some place where they can solve the problem, there's no one else. You know, they can't call out the National Guard, so it's a lot of responsibility that way too. You know
what I know is what I always thought was very funny, that a lot of people are against you guys, but they don't realize that you guys just get a radio call and you going to this call. It's not to fight with them or to argue with them. No, it's to solve it. And a lot of people say, oh, now these guys show up, now they become our enemy.
Well, and you know where I think that comes from, and this is not an original thought,
but I think people want, in general, people want to be safe,
and they want
bad guys taken off the street.
But they don't necessarily understand how ugly that can get. You know, I mean, they don't realize. They don't realize. Yeah, they don't realize. And I always tell people the same thing. I say, when you see a police officer, look at his belt. The stuff that we carry on our belt is not to make people comfortable. The stuff is to take people into custody. Some of it makes them uncomfortable with, you know, the pepper spray. Some of it can be deadly. So it's not necessarily always a nice
scene when we take someone in custody.